Welcome back to Realism Sports Talk, guys. First episode of 2020 of this crazy 2020. I wish we could just go back to 2019 and start all over. And then we still have my boy. After my boy left, all this craziness happened. First and foremost, I want to send out condolences, prayers, thoughts for everybody dealing with this virus and dealing with things going on with it. It's a scary time. A lot of uncertainty in the world. A lot of people don't know what to do. I'm just tired of all the blame game. Just get it done. Let's get it back on track. Not just for sports, just for life. Just for life. But, this is a sports show. So this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about sports or lack thereof. But what should sports do? What should we do as sports fans, as people playing sports? What can we do? Should they try to play sports? Does it matter? In my opinion, I feel like they should try to figure out a way to play some kind of sports. I know I'm a little biased because I am a sports fanatic. I've coached sports. Family loves sports. My family played sports. My wife's family played sports. My kids play sports. Go Navy football. But anyway, but they have to be safe and they have to figure out ways to do it. LeBron out here talking about, I don't want to play without the fans. Well, man, you make enough money, you got to sacrifice sometimes. If that's what's going to keep the world sane a little bit, to stay inside and watch the sports, then you're going to play without the fans, if that's for the safety of it. So how can sports actually resume? What can happen? I have an example of a way maybe that the NBA can finish out their season or continue on or whatnot, So here's my thought process. Any ideas that y'all have or any suggestions, leave them in the inbox. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm gonna try to come daily with different topics and different things. So anything we want to talk about going forward, or things that we talked about on this one, I'm all about debating. I ain't Stephen A. Smith, but I'll debate with you. So idea for the NBA. So my suggestion was, if we seclude all the NBA players. They're paid adults, right? They're still getting paid right now, right? So we just seclude them, Yeah, you're going to miss your time with your family. I understand that. Everybody has to sacrifice something. Just like the workers in the hospitals, the first line workers doing all these things to help us while certain people are just sitting at home, not doing nothing. They're sacrificing. And they're not making millions of dollars. So sometimes we all got to sacrifice some things. So if we seclude all the NBA players, a handful of referees or whatnot, whatever we need, some sportscasters, some TV people, radio people, whatever we need to be able to put it on TV and on the radio. Seclude all these people, give them all tests. Once they're all negative, then we proceed. During those times when we're waiting for the test to come back, well or not, they have time to get in shape, practice, They'll be in facilities. You can either do it all as all NBA players. And once it's all done, we can finish the season and do it like that. Or we can separate the Eastern Conference in one venue, Western Conference in one venue, and do it that way. And I know the first thing people are going to say is, they're going to be away from their family, or how's it going to work? And, everybody playing in one spot, how's it going to work? Here's my example for that. I grew up and I coached AAU basketball. Everybody knows what AAU basketball is. Probably 90% of the people playing in the NBA played AAU basketball at some point in time. So, how about this idea? You got all the Eastern Conference playing, whatever. When it's their time to play their game against the Bucks versus the Magic or whoever's playing, all the other teams that are there in that seclusion, they're there anyway. They could do just like the wrestling, WWE and all that kind of do. Everybody that's not wrestling that day or that time period, they're in the crowd serving as refs. Serving as fans, So your arena's still going to be full of people, but it's just going to be your fellow NBA players. So imagine this. I don't know if you've ever been in an AAU gym or what, but I have, and it gets tense. It gets, people go crazy, So imagine, let's say you got Clippers versus Lakers in a gym. and then you got the Rockets, and you got Golden State, or whoever else in the crowd. You don't think LeBron's going to be trying to show off in front of all the people that he played against? And the people they might have to play tomorrow, or the people they might have to play the next day or whatever? It's going to be a lot of trash talking. It's going to be smack talking. People are going to be trying to do all kinds of stuff out there. I mean, that's just an idea. I feel like it could get tense. And me as a fan watching that, I think that could be crazy. I mean, and don't edit nothing. Let him talk. Let Pat Beverly talk. Let him talk. That's what makes it fun. Let him talk and James Harden talk. Them two going against each other. While Kawhi Leonard's in the stand like, oh. Or whatever, he laugh like that. Make it like AAU style. I think it would be a way that it could go across and be entertaining and fun. That's just a suggestion. Any other suggestions, put them in the inbox. And we'll talk about it. And I'd love to hear what other people's opinions are about that. Just an idea. Other sports can kind of maybe tinkle with stuff like that. I don't know. Some will be harder than others. Like baseball wouldn't be as hard. Golf maybe not as hard. Tennis, But the NBA one, it was something I thought about, I guess, because of the AAU style and how, Rucker Park would be packed and people would be talking trash, people doing all this, doing all that. But I like to see something like that. I feel like it'd be crazy having your fellow peers in the crowd serving as fans, talking trash back at you. I feel like that could get nuts, yo. The next thing I want to talk about is the draft last night. What we think about the draft? I mean, everything seemed pretty cool. I'm getting people emailing, texting me about the stuff. I can't wait to see what people are talking about. The draft last night. No big surprises. Nothing big. Except for Green Bay. What y'all doing, yo? What are you doing? You got Aaron Rodgers said he wants to play for a little 8, 10 years. Why are you doing that? I thought maybe that they were doing it for a trade piece or something like that. I mean, like I said, these people were smarter than me, but, my initial reaction was like, and everybody probably thought that New England was going to take Jordan Love. Come on. They were like, he fell to him. He's gonna be the quarterback, la, 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 la. And then they traded out. But Bill Belichick's smarter than me, so he knew what he was doing. Or he was cocky and thought that he could get him with, I think it's the second or third pick in the second round. He thought he was going to be able to get him then. I'm not sure. I still got the sneaky feeling that they're going to get some kind of veteran like Andy Dalton or make a trade for Derek Carr or something like that. I don't know. My weird thing about something like that, I think something like that's going to happen. But anyway, I'm hyped for my boys, Redskins. Thank you for not messing this up. Chase Young, the best player in the draft by far. We need you. He's going to be the game changer like Sean Taylor was for us. This is what I hope. But I feel like that's the best thing we could have done. I'm happy about that. Let's see what else is going to happen. And we don't pick again to the third round. But second pick in the third round. So hopefully we got some value. There's still value players out there, man. We can get the wide receiver from Notre Dame. I'm a Notre Dame fan. The tight end from Notre Dame is still out there too. So we'll see what's going to happen. The Dolphins, very smart. Don't listen to everybody else, man. You already messed up not taking Drew Brees and you took Culpepper. Good job taking Tua. He's by far the best quarterback in the draft. The medical things, yeah, we know. But he is a game changer, franchise changer. He's everything. I think that was very smart of the Dolphins. Very smart. But here's my thing. The Detroit Lions. You have been the Detroit Lions forever, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. If you weren't on Thanksgiving, playing on Thanksgiving every year, nobody would care. If you didn't have Barry Sanders back in the day, nobody would care about your whole franchise. Like, I don't understand what they're doing. Tua is the kind of player that you would take to ignite your whole franchise. He's the kind of person that's a game changer. Yeah, Matthew Stafford's great, but let him sit under Stafford for a year. Then you trade Stafford to somewhere. Let him have a chance to win a ring or something somewhere else. Show him appreciation. And then you got Tua. Kind of the way they did Mahomes. Let him sit under Alex Smith. Alex Smith ain't going to take you over the top, but he was a solid quarterback. Matthew Stafford ain't going to take you over the top, but he's a good quarterback. He's topper tier, but he's not top 10 or nothing. But he's better than average. But I don't know. I just feel like Detroit just, at least they ain't taking another wide receiver like they had been doing. But the draft, it kind of went the way we thought it was going to go, other than Green Bay. A lot of good value picks for certain teams. I'm just excited. Man. So we'll see. The next thing we're going to talk about is this baseball cheating thing. I'm not going to stay on this too much because now they're getting into all this race and they're getting into all this. Alex Cora got suspended a year and the Astros got some stuff with the manager. None of the players were held accountable for anything. That's the biggest issue, is the players weren't accountable for nothing. And people are saying, it's race because baseball is a majority white sport and their punishments are easy. These guys were cheating. Cheating. And nobody got anything. But I do recall Bountygate for the Saints. And players were getting suspended, talking about getting kicked out forever. Now, granted, Greg Williams, he was a white coach. He got barred forever. But I look at the football as 75, 80% black probably. And their punishments are harsh for things that's nowhere near cheating. Now the physical abuse to women and stuff like that, I'm not talking about nothing like that at all. Nothing like that. Some things they do, it seems like the punishments are kind of outrageous. But, like I said, I'm not going to harp on that too much. Baseball is baseball. And, I don't know what to say about it. People want to wear buzzers on their chest and stuff. Somebody's going to tell them something. I still think they should have got their championship. It's still going to have an asterisk on it. Barry Bonds is the home run king, but he's got an asterisk on it. It's the same thing. Same thing it is. People are always going to remember that team as that. And it is what it is. It sucks. But. So let's talk about this last dance. Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls. Everybody's talking about it. Next 2 episodes come on 2 days on Sunday. I think it's dope. This is when I was growing up, Michael Jordan. My stepdad is from Chicago. So Chicago was a lot. Chicago. Michael Jordan was everything. Michael Jordan would not freaking lose. And it would drive me crazy. I would watch games just like, I know he's going to win. I've never thought that about somebody until Code came about. And that's the reason why people say the things they say about Code, because it's the feeling that you get when you watch Michael Jordan play. When you watch the things that he did, it was like, how are you going to stop him from losing? His will not allow him to lose. And that's the same thing you get with Code. You never thought that he was going to lose. He wouldn't allow himself to lose. So a lot of people were talking about all this different stuff and, the Jordan LeBron debate and da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm so tired of it being LeBron and Jordan. I'm just like, he ain't even past Kobe yet. What you mean? Are you serious? Stats can be manipulated. I'm not going to talk about this again, but stats can be manipulated. You can go all day getting a stat. Stats ain't nothing. John Stockton had more assists than Magic. Was he a better passer? No. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is, man. The way the games are differently now. I'm glad that the younger generation gets to see Michael Jordan and the rules that he had to play with against, back then. The bad boy Pistons, the Knicks, all them, they would physically beat you up when you went to the rim. LeBron James, you breathe on him, and they get call a foul. And I'm a Laker fan. But I tell it like it is. Could LeBron handle playing back then? Physically, yes. Physically, there's never been a question about anything that LeBron could ever do. And I think that's the frustration with everybody is physically, he's the most dominant figure since Shaq. But he can run and jump and shoot and everything else. But mentally, I don't know if mentally he could have handled that. I've seen him crying on the free throw line, throwing his headband down when he thought he was going to lose against Spurs. And I've seen him flopping around to people twice his size, smaller than him, just I mean, I mentally, I just can't see that. And I'm glad these younger generation gets to see the things that Michael Jordan had to endure and the way he had to force himself to gain weight, muscle mass, and to deal with that, and to deal with getting punished every day, knowing that he was going to get punished every day, and still battle through it. No crying, no complaining, no nothing. Detroit said, we got the Jordan rules. Every time he gets the ball, we're going to bang him. We're going to hit him. We're going to tear him up. And nobody did nothing about it. And he still averaged 30 some a game. I'm just saying. So, people can say whatever they want to say, whatever, but when we talk about those three, yeah, and I'm saying three, Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe, we talk about it. What Jordan said in his thing on episode 1 or 2, I forget which one it was. He said, Scottie Pippen was my best teammate. I never won anything without Scottie. Out of his mouth. LeBron. He had to go in with Wade. He had to go in with Kyrie. He had to go keep on getting all these people on his teams all the time. I need more help. I need more help. Played against the Boston Celtics with the big three, right? Made him leave his hometown. Made him quit. Make him take his jersey off and throw it down and leave and bout. And go join up with a super team. That's when the super team started. But that same big three beat Kobe Bryant. Beat him. Beat him down. And the reason why I know it, because the championship game when the Celtics beat the Lakers, my wife was giving birth to my daughter, and I was in the delivery room holding my daughter as she's been delivered, watching Kobe get beat. I'll never forget it. But my daughter's worth more than any of that, so it doesn't even matter. But did Kobe say, I need more help? I need this. No, I need this, and cry and moan and no. Join the super team? No. He came back next year, beat the Orlando Magic, beat them in the finals, which the Orlando Magic beat LeBron's team, and beat the Celtics. And then the next year, what he did? Here come them Celtics again. And he went out there and beat them again. 2 straight finals MVPs. Just saying, man, things are differently, yo. So when y'all talk about Jordan and Kobe, or Jordan and LeBron, don't sleep. And when this documentary comes out for his last season, I hope they throw in all kinds of stuff, because ain't gonna be nothing like him, yo, ever. Enough of that, man. I can talk about Kobe all day. Y'all get me in my feelings. But anyway, I can't wait to see the next episodes of the Last Dance with the Jordan rules and all that stuff. I can't wait to see it. Supposedly Kobe's gonna be interviewed in one of those. That's gonna be tough, but I can't wait to see it. It's good. It's a good picture. I mean, it's a good piece. I don't know why it took so many years to make, but whatever. Last thing we're gonna talk about today, because I gotta get ready for the second round of the NFL draft. We'll talk about Brady. What's going to happen if we have a football season? Brady going to Tampa. He want to be out there chilling. But can Tampa win? Now they got Gronk. How'd that work out? How'd that work? I'm retired. I can't go to Detroit Lions. But I'll come out of retirement and enjoy it. Y'all crazy. Somebody's crazy. Anyway. But everybody's saying Super Bowl. Everybody's saying this. The defense was okay. The running game, I'm not sure what they're going to do about that running game. They need to get somebody in that running game. Somebody like, I don't know. Austin Eckler would be perfect for them. But, Chargers ain't get rid of him. Anyway. So, in that division, we got Carolina, Teddy Bridgewater, McCaffrey. You got Matt Ryan with Todd Gurley, Julio Jones, Tom Brady with Gronk and the other 2 stud tight ends, Godwin and Mike Evans. But y'all keep sleeping on Drew Brees and the Saints. Yo, Drew Brees and the Saints should have probably won 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls or something. What these fluky playoff things that's happened to Drew Brees. How fitting would it be for Drew Brees to come back, because they didn't know if he was going to retire or not, to come back, beat Tom Brady in the NFC Championship game after he beat the 49ers or something in the playoff game before that, and then go to and beat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl? Would that be crazy? That would be all worth his pain and suffering for those years. I'll tell you that. Because that team, and they added Emmanuel Sanders to offset the best wide receiver in football, Michael Thomas. Yeah, I said it. I'm just saying, man. It should be interesting. I hope we get to have a season. I really hope we get to have a college football season because I want to definitely see my boy Navy football. I'm excited. I'm just proud dad on that side of it. But all right, guys, that's where we're at for today. Appreciate y'all watching. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about some more stuff, probably some more draft stuff or whatever else pops up on the news. Appreciate y'all. Subscribe, like it. Definitely comment if y'all want to talk about some stuff, man. I appreciate y'all watching. We're gonna survive through this, baby. We're gonna get these sports back. All right, guys.